Welcome to part 4, everyone. The scoop on poop. What goes in matters, but what comes out matters even more. Enjoy the show. I gotta go. I just have to get used to this. Isn't it kind of funny? We'll get used to anything, won't we? Because we can be programmed. So, this is the adult poop chart, guys. Okay? We had to get here sometime. I mean, this is the scoop on poop, isn't it? Okay, so the adult poop chart. So I'm not going to go through all of these because you can find all of these in my Perfect Day Guide in the library, and you can also find these in the Daily Cleansing Tea Guide, okay? And there's other guides that it's in because it's a big deal, okay? So ask yourself these questions, and then if you think you want to take it further, because my deal is I'm willing to train you, but if you're not willing to take massive personal action, then I'm spoon feeding you like everybody else, and guess what spoon feeding does? Okay, we're not babies, okay? We're not babies. We need to take massive personal action if we want to get rid of the adulteration that we got, okay? And adulteration means that you're waiting for Superman or someone to come and save you. That's not going to happen. So here's the adult daily poop chart. Does it float? Does it sink? Does it have big bubbles in it? Does it have small bubbles in it? Is it bloody? Does it contain mucus? Does it slide out easily? Do you have to strain? How many bowel movements do you have? Okay, and what time of the day do you have your bowel movements? Understand something. Most people never even question themselves on this because you've been totally programmed to fill yourself up until you make your blue eyes brown, okay? So here's the other part of the adult daily poop chart. Are you constipated? Do you have diarrhea? Uneven formation of the stool. Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it firm? Is it cracked? Is it smooth? Is it loose? Is it jagged? Stool length, stool width. And that's it. If you don't want to track your poop, then you're not going to track your health. And understand something. I already told you this, but your poop is a computer printout. You need to get this. And if you do not want to teach your children about this, then shame on you. Shame on you. And understand something. As you change their diet over to the Perfect Day diet, as you change your diet over to the Perfect Day diet, it will stink because the old rot will have to come out. But in time, you will start to see changes. First, we stir it up. It stinks. It looks bad. It smells bad. And within a few days to a few weeks, you've got the perfect poop. And understand something. Write your symptoms down before you start this. Write all your symptoms down. Put them on the fridge because you're going to forget because the mind forgets. So write your symptoms down, all the symptoms I have, and then start stroking them off as your poo starts getting better and better and you start making better choices for yourself. So understand something. Adulteration is the main cause of constipation. And don't ever forget that. So like I said, welcome to the computer printout, the most important, life-saving, life-giving printout of your life. Now, I'm going to want everyone to take their time, stop the video, and do your homework and do your research. And like I said, you can find all these slides in the Perfect Day Guide. And you can find all these slides, okay, in the Daily Cleansing Tea Guide. And you can find all these slides in Spoiled Rotten Guide. And you can find all these slides in the Domino Effect of Unhealthy Living Guide. So I'm going to let you do your homework there. All right? But I will take to this chart, and then the rest of the charts I'll just walk through with you lightly, okay? Or else we could be here forever. All right? So type 1, severe constipated. Separate hard lumps, okay? They're like rabbit turds, okay? That's how dehydrated this is. Type 2, mild constipation, lumpy and sausage-like, okay? And it usually will be even wider and shorter. Type 3, this is kind of normal. It's a sausage shape with cracks in the surface, and it can be anywhere from 5 to 7 inches long for an adult. Type 4 is also normal, like a smooth, soft sausage or snake. That's more like me. Okay? There, now you know my type. Okay, type 5. lacking fiber, soft blobs with clear-cut edges. Type 6, mild diarrhea. Well, let me tell you, you do not have diarrhea unless you have infection in there, and you do not have infection in there unless you've been constipated. Diarrhea is caused from constipation, so get it. Understand that. Diarrhea is caused by constipation, and your bowel needs to blow the waste out or you're going to get in big trouble. Okay, so type 6, mild diarrhea, mushy consistency with ragged edges. Type 7, severe diarrhea, liquid consistency with no solid pieces. Type 8, mucus-like spray, like mucus with bubbles and a foul odor. And the mucus, why mucus, guys? Why is it getting worse? Well, because of the infection creates irritation, which goes to inflammation, and your body makes all this mucus to try to protect the lining because you're burning out that one cell thick, and when you do, your bowel becomes a screen door like a submarine. So now the mucus is trying to protect you because you're burning the cells off so fast from the inflammation. Because just like I told you before, like a barbecue, you throw a piece of meat on, you turn the burner on, okay, you burn it. So what you're doing is you're burning the inside lining of your large intestine. All right, so let's walk through this. Okay, so now this goes into it in greater detail. Please take a look at it. All right, this is talking about the different types. This is a poop chart. It's a color chart, okay? Super green, you ate green, or it's passing too fast, or there could be bile problems with your liver. Okay, a little green, you're okay. Shades of brown, you're good. Yellow, too much fat. Malabsorption, celiac disease, okay? All right. Red, you ate red things or you got hemorrhoids. And if it's bright blood, we know it's hemorrhoids, so don't freak out. The darker the blood is, the higher up the bleeding in the intestine. Now, did you get that? The darker the blood is, the higher up it is. When it's bright red, we know it could be hemorrhoids, or you could have maybe just cut when you went to wipe. Okay? Pale white, clay colored, your bile duct may be blocked completely. Okay? So think about that fatty diet and all those bad oils, rancid oils, wrong oils you're taking in. Okay? Greasy, fried foods. Or we also know that when your bile duct gets blocked, it also could be what? What could it be? Well, believe it or not, it could be anger. Because anger is the emotion for the gallbladder. Okay? Now, black, you ate licorice, yeah, iron supplement, or it could be medication or bleeding in the upper intestinal tract. Or if you're taking black gold, guys, or if you're doing fulvic and humic, that can do it too. So let's not jump to conclusions. And before anybody freaks out, I want you to always call my office. And I want you to always call my office. If you feel you're going into anxiety, call me. And then call my office, and you can call me. And then when I give you the answer, please understand, I will not lie to you. I'm just going to give you the answer and try to help you with it, okay? And remember, red can also be if you just had beets, okay? Like I drank a whole bunch of beet juice and it came out red. I didn't freak out. Or if you eat watermelon, it's going to come out red. So think about the vegetables and the food that you also eat, okay? Because the food that you eat will also have the color. And if you don't chew your food well, then it'll have more color in the stool, all right? So take a look at what your brown poop tells you. Take a look at what your green poop tells you. Take a look at what your yellow poop tells you. Take a look at what your black poop tells you. Take a look at what your red poop tells you. Okay? Understand, all right? It is a computer printout. Let me tell you something. Do you know why they have made you believe that your poop doesn't matter? That bowel movements don't matter. Like, you can go to a medical doctor even today, and if you said you went to the bathroom every 3 days, well, that's how your constitution works. Are you like crazy? Okay? Understand something. The medical system is not into health. And I'm not putting them down. They're into emergency care, the best in the world, and they're into drugs, radiation, chemo, and surgery. And did I put them down? No. And if you think I did, I didn't. What am I into? Well, I think you're getting it. I'm into poop. I'm into lots of poop. Okay? Because I believe that it is a computer printout. Okay? So understand something. If you're not willing to flush the pounds for yourself and your family, then understand you're going to have sick children. And, you know, corporations don't care if your children are sick, because they do care that your children are sick, because corporations make money off of sick children, because the same food corporations that are making your food are the same corporations that own pharmaceutical companies, and the same companies that own pharmaceutical companies, the same people that own pharmaceutical companies own petroleum companies. Are you getting? They're the same family. So if you're not willing to flush the pounds and lighten the load, then you're never going to know what true health is. And you know what? Stop being lazy, take massive personal action, and give your children their God-given life back. Think about it. Please think about it. All right? Now, did you know what? Did you see last night? Okay, where was I? It was someplace. No, it was on a YouTube thing. Oreos cereal. Oreo cereal. And I guarantee you it's going to fly off the shelf, because guess what? They know how to play on our addictions. And because we don't master our minds, okay, we become landmines. And understand something. It's not a weight problem. What is it? I think you already know. It's a waste problem. Okay? So understand something. Poop is important. Do you want to know about your baby poop? Okay, you should know about it. You should pay attention to it, because if you pay attention to your baby poop, you're paying attention to your baby. You're paying attention to your baby's immune system. All right, so here we go. Take a look at these slides. I'm not going to run through them again, because you can stop this video. You can go into the guides, which I've already told you about. And the Perfect Day Guide is the one that you might want to go to check out the Perfect Day Diet. And you might want to check out the 4 loving steps. Okay, self-loving steps, and you might want to check out what your baby's poop is like. So here they are. These are all the slides. All right? And then, what's normal for breastfed babies from day 1 and beyond? Please take a look at it. And here's the charts again. We're going back through the colors again, everyone. And because, listen, these guys are usually part of the family, man's best friend. We've put their computer chart on as well. Okay? So take a look through these slides, give them a look, and you're going to know what condition your dog is in. And whether you believe this or not, whether you're talking about your own body, your children's body, your pet's body, your poo is always going to tell you on a daily basis where you're at with your health, with your immune system. And it's all about that. And look I'm going to tell you something right now. There has never been more constipation on any species than dogs. Dogs are fed the worst foods. Dogs have more cancer than any other species on planet Earth. And that is a bloody shame. All right? Okay. So now we're at the Perfect Day colon treatment. Here it is. So these are just things I want you to think about, okay? Take a look at them and then make your own decision. Understand something. I want you to get this. You can call my office, never buy a product. You can call my office, never do a therapy or a training or one of our certifications, and we will always answer your questions. Understand something. The library, the Doc of Detox library, is the most informative health library in the world for taking personal action to become your own practitioner, to take your own health back so that you can take your own health, wealth, and get your real, authentic self, beautiful self, so that you can create the perfect day, so that you can teach yourself how to stay in the present moment, how to connect to your breath, and own everything. Own your choices. Own your voice. So, the Perfect Day colon treatment, let's get back to it. First, we need to learn how to master our stress. Please go check out the Braveheart Way. Check out the Braveheart 12 Loving Steps. And also check out some of the videos that I have put in there for you, slideshow videos on emotion. Okay? We need to drink structured water, guys. You know, there's many types of water out there, but do some research on structured water and then take a look at the Perfect Day diet. All right. And then take a look at our daily cleansing tea because it has no stimulants. It has no laxatives in it. And you can take it every morning and every night. And you can what? Reclaim that which creates 85% of your immune system, which is your large intestine. And what, don't you want to be a lean, keen, slim machine? Don't you want to be clear of thought? Look at the Royal Society of Medicine said what? That the major part of all illness comes from the large intestine. And then take a look at black gold and tummy love, because black gold is something, it's a powder, and you can mix it with your coffee. You can put it in your coffee enemas. You can put it in your blender drinks. You can put it in your soups, but it takes care of that whole digestive tract, helping to bring back the health of the terrain. And then tummy love, it restores mummy's bacteria better than anything I've ever found. I'm not saying don't take good bacteria products, but I've never seen anything work like this, especially when you do the three of them: daily cleansing tea, black gold, tummy love. Okay, and also take a look at Wolfe Non-Surgical, because understand something. If you're having trouble pooping, if you're having trouble walking, if you're having trouble hearing, if you're having trouble sleeping, if you're having trouble with your shoulder, your hip, okay, or any other part of your body, it's a scar tissue issue. I'm telling you that. And like I said, I do this not because we need your business, but we need to prove to you that we've been sucker punched, that all of those therapies out there that you've done, all those treatments that you've done, yeah, I know they didn't work well. And I'll tell you something right now. That's why I'm going to give you a money back guarantee, because you're fed up already. You don't want to spend your money unless you get the results. I'm going to give you a money back guarantee that the first treatment we do on you with Wolfe Non-Surgical, we're going to get more results than anything else you've ever done combined. And also take a look at belly button therapy. Take a look at pelvic activation squats. You'll find all that in my do-it-yourself guide in my library. And take a look at pelvic enhancer. Look at the Lionheart breathing. And then go take a look at clapping for health guide in my library. And start watching the videos. Watch the masterclass. The whole thing is a masterclass. I show you how to clap your whole body, how to clap it well. Because understand something, only sick people are sick. And only sick people bruise. Healthy people don't bruise. And real sick people bruise without touching them. And then also take a look at the Ultimate Coffee Enema. This is a good place to start. Understand something, everybody. Most of the population has bowel lock. What does that mean? Well, just because there's traffic coming into the city doesn't mean it's not backed up all the way for 100 miles. And get that. But you know what? You're so used to feeling like you feel that you call it normal. I call it abnormal. Okay? All right? We already know that I'm not a normal person, because a normal person is the majority. I don't speak like a normal person. I don't act like a normal person. And I'm 64 years old, and it's not about me bragging, but the reality is this. I'm 64, and I've not always been a health conscious person. I used to go out and drink a lot. Okay? I used to smoke cigarettes. Okay? I used to smoke marijuana a fair bit, a lot, I guess. I used to eat incorrectly. I used to think incorrectly, drink incorrectly. And understand something. Your body loves you so much that no matter what your illness is, understand something. You can unlock it. First, start with your bowel. Work from the bottom up. Okay, you really need to do that. You need to have some faith in God, the God that created you. And you need to have faith, because your body will heal itself. And over the last 120 years, the medical system has actually, not the medical system, but the AMA, okay, the FDA, has taught us that the body can no longer heal. It's forgotten how to heal itself. And if you don't believe me, go read Medical Mafia in my library and find out how 120 years ago this was a huge plot, okay? All right? Oh, there's another conspiracy, Daryl. Whatever. Go check it out. Facts are facts. So understand something. The highway of life is your digestive tract, okay? The highway of life is your digestive tract. The front door is your mouth. The back door, okay, is your anus, your rectum. All right? And there is 30 feet in between the two of them. Okay? The first part, we've got digestion. The next part, we've got assimilation in the small intestine. And then we've got elimination and immune function in the last 5 to 7 feet. And you better honor and respect that. That is so, so important. Okay? You need to understand something, that the highway of life is your digestive tract, okay? It is so important. Now, everybody, if you want to learn how to take all your power back, please check out my Healthy to 100 book and understand something. Here's my gift to you. I give you the book. You take personal action, read through it, understand, because it is the ultimate guide to bulletproof your life. And guess what? All you're going to do is pay for the shipping. All right? Just know this. It's teamwork that makes the dream work. And understand something. Make potty training fun. Make potty training 101 fun. Make it fun for your children. And make your children understand that checking their poop out and having a great poop is more important than eating. Because understand something. If they get that and they use their poop as a computer printout on how well they're doing, then guess what you can do? See, honey? Oh, mommy, I got cramps. You can explain it to them. Honey, you're going to have cramps whenever you eat GMO foods, whenever you eat processed foods, whenever you eat too much flour products, sugar products, too much dairy, whenever we eat too many dead animals. Okay? Honey, you're going to have cramps. Okay? When you take in the fruits and the veggies, the legumes, some beans, the grains, when you take in live foods, when you drink enough structured water so that we can get enough water in the river to run the logs down the river to get them to the mill, which is the toilet. You know, play games, tell stories. Oh, honey, look at your poop sunk. Okay, that means it's been in you too long. Look at, honey, you got bubbles all over your poop. That means you've got so much gas in your tummy. Oh, I do, mommy. I had gas all night. Okay, look at, honey, you got diarrhea. That shows that we haven't been feeding you right. And now you've got so much infection that your body's in crisis, saying, get this the hell out of there. I don't know how else to say it, because it feels like hell, because that little child's tummy is on fire. It's on fire. It's called inflammation, and it's called infection. And you can't have that without constipation and without eating, drinking poisonous things. Adults are adulterated. Adults are beautiful. They love their children. They love them 100%. But problem is 70 to 90% of what they know is incorrect. And if it was correct, then children would be having a blissful, healthy life. You wouldn't be running them to the doctor because of fever, because of cramping, because of diarrhea, okay, and all the other conditions from A to Z. So check out my Healthy to 100, okay, and you can see I've listed all of the page numbers of where you need to go to get a handle and get the scoop on poop. Okay, so take a look. It's not all about poop. It's about you. But if you check these chapters out in my book, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be, okay. You won't have more health information, but you'll have more correct information, and you'll be more intelligent than the practitioner or the doctor that you go to, because logic is the key. So you need to understand something, okay? And I mean this in the best way, but the game is rigged, okay? So you were actually set up, okay? And you weren't set up in a good way. You weren't set up in a way that success was going to come easy. But I promise you that if you take massive action, success is going to come easy. I mean that. So like anything in life, you know, to give birth to something new that's amazing, we know it takes 9 months. So if you could just pour your heart into it with purpose and passion and work on it every day and never lose focus of what you want. And if you did that every day, you would find out that you would birth the real you, the authentic you, within 9 months. Look, take a look at this slide. If you have the time, if you believe that you're worth the time and the energy, you can watch the video or you can read. But the reality is go to my library, docofdetox.com/library, and go take a look at the domino effect of unhealthy living. Go read it, watch it, and then go read Spoiled Rotten or watch it, because it's there for you. And this is all about the American couple. And this is all about the average normal American couple, that normal is now abnormal. And I want to show you that. And I want to show you how you can get out of it. You know, until you really take a look in the mirror and really look at things and you become conscious of the way that you live, okay, we can never really truly start living. Understand something. From the very beginning, the whole thing has been rigged. Do you remember when grandma, grandpa, mom, dad had an enema bag under the bed, had an enema bag in the bathroom? And understand something. Look at, even a bird knows to blow water up its bum when it's constipated. This is the God's truth. A bird will actually take its beak and push water up its butt when it's constipated. I'm not asking you to take your beak and do that, but I'm telling you one thing, that we have come a long way. I mean, you don't have to take laxatives. You don't have to take stimulants. Why do you think I put the daily cleansing tea together 30 years ago, over 30 years ago? You could take the daily cleansing tea every day, morning and night, and it will never break you down. It will put you together. Because if you gently help to assist these detoxification organs, understand something, even our great-grandparents would do enemas. If you want to go back to the cave days, they used to use what? Wreaths, gourds, even a ram horn. Okay, I don't want a ram horn put up my butt, but the reality is they did. And they would do that to relieve themselves of constipation. You've got to get that. They knew that the root source of disease was from a dysfunctional large intestine. Okay, so let's really get a handle on this. Now, did you know that enemas were included in the Merck Medical Manual until 1972? Now, did you know that enemas were in the Merck Manual? This is the medical training manual for doctors. They'll never admit that, but it was. And understand something, doctors used to do coffee enemas as well and used to talk about them. Let them talk about them today and find out what trouble they're going to get into, okay? Because remember something, my parents were the X-Lax generation. My mother and father stopped doing enemas as soon as X-Lax came out. And I can even remember as a child, the enema stopped because, wow, it was so cool. We could have a piece of chocolate and have sweetness on this side and then sweetness down below. But what we didn't realize is that X-Lax is a toxin. And when it goes in, your bowel goes, get this the heck out of here. And we're trying to get rid of the X-Lax because it overstimulates, it whips your bowel. Of course, the loose waste is going to come out, but not the sticky, glicky stuff that holds the bacteria, the viruses, that holds the fungus, that allows the worms to clutch their teeth into. That's not cleansing. That's just called overstimulation of your large intestine, which eventually breaks your bowel down. Ask anybody that takes laxatives long enough and strong enough, and their bowel's just laying in their abdomen, asleep, in coma. How cool is that? When you have a bowel that's in coma, then you've got a life that is not great. So please, you don't have to get your products from me. But the reality is a doctor's going to tell you, what are you talking about? You don't need cleansing products. Your whole body is a cleansing system. Your skin is a detoxification organ. Your lungs are a detoxification organ. Your liver is a detoxification organ. Your lymph system, your large intestine, your kidneys, they're absolutely right. But the reality is, how natural is life today? Between the blue light poisoning, between the 4G, which is soon 5G, all the GMOs, all the dyes, all the chemicals, all the additives, the glyphosate that's in our foods, all the processed food that we eat, okay, all the addictions that we have. Listen to me. You'll change the filter in your car, and you'll do that. What? You'll do that maybe even once, twice a year, huh? You'll change the oil every, 5,000 miles? I don't know, around that for certain cars. But when's the last time you changed the filter in your liver? When's the last time you really felt like your colon was clean and healthy? Understand something. You can take the daily cleansing tea, or you could take the daily cleansing caps every day and not have to pay, because they have no laxatives, no stimulants. All they do is gently support all your detox organs. Isn't that what you want? Okay, until the world goes back to what we would call natural, which I don't think it's going to, because we've given it away to the psycho elite, and you actually believe that medical care is health care, and you actually believe that love is borrowed, that you borrow it from your family and your friends in the world. No, it's self-care, it's self-love. And until you do that and you create the perfect day, then you'll never have perfect health. And that's how that is. So understand something. You want to lighten the load and fly. Well, what does fly mean? First, love yourself. First, love yourself. And love yourself well. Look at when I fly, and actually when I do fly and take airplanes, I actually take the daily cleansing tea caps with me. I'll take my tea if I can make my tea, because you got to boil the water and do those things. So when I get to wherever I go, I always make it. I make sure I can do it. But when I fly, if I'm traveling for a day or two, because I go all over the world, I make sure I take my daily cleansing caps. And I'll tell you why. You don't have to take my product, but take some product, because here's the deal. It is no fun going on holiday with a cork up your butt. Tell me it is. Okay? Constipation is can make you feel crappy, and you don't want that. All right? So here it is. DOCOFDETOX Ultimate Coffee Enema. Please go and check out the Daily Cleansing Tea. Check out the Daily Cleansing Tea Caps. And you can go into the Perfect Day Guide. You can also go there and check out the Ultimate Coffee Enema. Now, why do we call it the Ultimate Coffee Enema? Well, because you can just do a coffee enema, okay? Or you can use black gold when you go to brew the coffee. And then you can put Tummy Love in the enema bag, and you can increase your detoxification by 5 to 10 times, depending on how jammed up your liver is. So we want to be very effective at everything we do. And understand something. We have the best coffee for doing coffee enemas. And we did search the world over for this. So check out our DOCOFDETOX organic coffee for enemas, for coffee enemas, along with the black gold Tummy Love, and get yourself a DOCOFDETOX enema bucket. Make it stainless steel, not plastic. Okay? Let me tell you, your liver does over 500 jobs, okay? Don't make it do more than it's already doing. Give it a break. Take the load off. You know, when you clean your colon and then your liver's able to dump, go in there and really encourage the liver to get rid of all the chemicals, okay, all the pesticides, herbicides, drugs, all the color dyes, okay, all the heavy metals that it's built up. If you want your energy back, if you want your eyesight back, if you want to think properly, if you want your blood to be strong, okay, think about your liver. That's all I want to say. All right, so let me read this to you, okay? All right. This is in Wikipedia. And understand, Wikipedia is not meant for you to go and search information anymore, because it is actually owned by things like the CIA, the FDA, the AMA. You got it. Okay, so a coffee enema is the injection of coffee into the rectum and colon via the anus. As an enema, there is no medical scientific evidence to support any positive health claim for this practice. And medical authorities advise that the procedure may be dangerous. Coffee enemas carry a risk of adverse effects, some of them serious, including infection, seizures, heart and lung problems, and death. Wow. Watch out for that coffee enema. How dangerous is that? So understand something. I have seen tens of thousands of people do coffee enemas, and understand something. They've been life-saving. I have never seen someone actually get infected by getting rid of infection. I have never heard of anybody getting a seizure or a heart problem, because if you want heart problems, don't clean your liver. And lung problems, understand something. You'll never have a lung problem because until you've already filled up from the bottom up, because that's what happens. Your colon's clogged, your liver's clogged, way before your lungs are even thinking of infection. And understand something. You don't get infection in your lungs unless you breathe something in, unless you're already infected in your large intestine and your bowel. And as far as death goes, okay, all right, I don't know. How's the information out there working for you so far? And the reality is this. Anything that's going to give your power back and isn't going to cost much, okay, isn't going to be approved by almost anybody. I mean, even the natural health business, they're in it to make profit and money. And then you can say, yeah, well, so are you, Dr. Wolfe. Well, understand something. I will never put money before integrity, okay? I'm not telling you that I never did that in my life before, but I'm not going to do it anymore, all right? I finally realized that we are brothers and sisters. We are the Earth family. And you can believe it or not believe it, but my contract is not with you. My contract is with my Creator. And that's that. I may make mistakes, but I will not put profit before people ever again. I will never do it. It's not going to happen. And you know what? How good will that make me feel? I would like to rise above. I would like to rise like the leaders that have been here before me that have shined their light on the world. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if we all did that? Because understand something, I get it. When you believe that you lack in your life, then you will try to take shortcuts. You will even lie, cry, and justify. But when you realize that nobody can take your power, you need to take your power back, and that you have unlimited potential, that won't happen again. But I get it. I understand why you feel you have lack. Take a look at this slide. Medical Mafia Guide. Go read it and find out why you believe that the body doesn't heal, why you believe that your Creator made a dysfunctional product, and why in the heck would you ever believe that a chemical drug would actually get rid of poisons and toxins is beyond me. So you're going to use a toxic poison to try to get rid of poison and heal your body's tissues. So understand, the issues in your tissues were issues in your mind because you have a landmine because your belief systems were hijacked. So read the Medical Mafia Guide on my library and tell me what you think. This is the end of part 4, Scoop on Poop, but only the beginning of a great relationship with your bowel. We will see you in part 5, Adulteration to Constipation. If you're looking for life-saving and life-changing information, well, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Stay connected.